Hey guys, IFT&T here, Engineering and Manufacturing Department, Logan, and Business Transactions and Advertising Department, Hunter. We're here on a lower eastern Michigan lake, and we're going to be fishing some beds for some springtime bass.
We'll get back to you with more action. Here we go. No, he's standing back. See if you can put it on his bed. Dude, that's a big fish. Oh! Got him! Oh! No!
Oh man, I think you should change something up real quick. Something aggressive, bright white. Don't put anything natural looking on, something bright and aggressive.
Yes, baby. Yes. Look at that. Yes. Off the bed before we put the boat in.
I'd say that's about
3.5.
3 pounds. 3 pounds probably.
3. Good way to start the day off. Haven't even got out here.
Okay.
Boat's still on the land. We were just about to put the boat in. We saw this fish sitting right on the bed. We'll get it back on its bed now. Here you go. Yes.
All right, here you go. Still recording.
Logan's hooked up.
I'm fishing a white and red tube bait. I'm throwing it right up by the shallows where the beds are. He's got a little fight in him.
A little fight in him. He's not a real big fish, but there he is. Not bad.
Here you go, guys. First fish on the water. Hunter caught one while we were still docked. Decent fish here. First fish, right? Okay, good.
Here's a release. We're here, guys, showing you what to fish with on a nice day like this.
It's a 10-inch musky bait. It's good fish.
Hooked up on the chatterbait. A little dink. Wow.
Great. Hold him up to the camera, he looks bigger.
Huge fish.
Alright, good. Right.
Here's the release. He's gone. Got a nice one on the bluegill crankbait. Decided to cast out deep instead of shallow. Alright, that's alright, I'll just get him.
Alright.
And there's the release.
He's off. How do you feel about that fish? Talk about it. Talk about that bait.
A little KVD bluegill. You know, just casting deep.
We've been casting along structure up on shore.
No good.
And this has been no good. We haven't caught anything up there. So we threw one out there.
And he whacked it. He just tonked it. I got one again.
He's got a hook. He's hooked up.
I mean, that's 2 in a row. That's 2.
Oh, this one's a real tonka.
Holy,
he's a tonka.
Dude, look how big that fish is.
He's a tonka.
We might be on a pattern here. That's 2 fish and 2 casts.
I think it's a tonka, Hunter.
I think we should mount this one.
Is it a certifiable tonka?
Oh, he's a fire truck. I mean, he's just monstrous. Logan's hooked up on the buzzbait, and it just popped off.
No longer am I hooked up.
It's
bad juju, man.
Every time we try and get the camera out when we get a fish.
Took my tail.
Took the tail. Any words?
No.
No words.
That's the first Just screw it. Just turn the camera off. I don't feel like talking.
Found a nice fish.
Hunter's hooked up.
Oh, look at him.
All right.
That's a little bit better.
All right. Here, I'll get a picture. Good. That's as good as it's gonna go. All right. Fish number 5 for the day. I think it's about fish. We lost about 4 or 5, so we worked really hard to get those fish off the beds, but we haven't been too successful in it. We have a hard time sneaking up on them, so sight fishing is out of the option. So we worked really hard to try to get the fish we've actually got, and suddenly the bite has just turned on. So the fish we're getting now are becoming more frequent. Hunter's hooked up again. This is about 5 minutes after the last fish. Similar sized bass.
Not bad. He's probably about a pound and a pound, probably. He's not super big.
Is he a Tonka truck?
Yeah, he hit it like a Tonka truck. I saw him come up. So I was casting it up deep, ripping it back. And I looked down at my bait and noticed something behind it, so I stopped reeling for a sec. And then I set the hook, and a little guy was there.
Hold it up to the sky.
There's the sunset and the pretty little bass. The release. Gone.
All right. Hunter's got another fish. He's really doing well tonight. This one's a real Tonka truck here.
This one's huge. I'm talking 5 pounds. I'm talking the biggest bass you've ever seen in your whole entire life.
Oh, God.
And there's the release.
We should really be more careful, Hunter. More ginger, more gentle. It's okay. I don't take selfies, Hunter. That's not how it works.
You have
Sorry. I'm sorry. I don't do selfies. This is a very, very shallow lake, and it almost mimics a lot of southern lakes in the way that it warms up quicker in the springtime and it cools off. You know, and it stays warm for the most part during year round. So on top of that fact, on top of it being spring season in Michigan, we have a really, really odd pattern that we've had to work with for catching fish. Hunter's been using a bluegill crankbait, and that's the native species for the area is bluegill. That's probably the top forage for bass in this lake.
Not bad.
The only thing I can tell the viewers right now is that the point in time that we're at right now is that we think the bass are in transit. Because we've noticed we've caught bass deeper and we've caught bass shallow. The bass we've caught shallow we've really had to work for because they've been on their beds and they've been really finicky and they've been not willing to comply with our baits or bite any of our baits. Well guys, that concludes our fishing trip today on our private lake here in Lower Michigan. Collectively, Hunter caught the majority of the fish. He caught some 7 fish, maybe about, and I probably caught 2, 3. But rest assured, we're both professionals. I was using experimental baits today. That's why I did poorly. Hunter was using baits that were well known and that matched the natural forage in the area pretty well, so he did very well. So that concludes our fishing trip. Guys, we'll catch you later. This has been Hunter from IFT&T and Company and Logan from IFT&T and Company, and we hope you can accompany us on later fishing trips. Thank you. Goodbye.